let's talk about something sweet, sugar and seniors. Today, let's chat about a topic that touches many of us right at home, sweet treats. Have you ever had this happen? You're walking past a bakery, maybe on Main Street, and suddenly the warm smell of cinnamon rolls or buttercream cake drifts into the air. Your feet stop almost on their own, as if the scent reached out and pulled you closer. Or maybe on a hot summer afternoon, you pass an ice cream stand and find yourself craving just one bite of a vanilla cone dipped in chocolate. Many of us, especially those in our golden years, grew up loving sweets. Maybe it was homemade apple pie cooling on the windowsill, or the holiday fudge your mother used to make. But as we get older, family members often remind us, be careful, too much sugar isn't good for you. And if you've been diagnosed with high blood sugar or even type 2 diabetes, suddenly the doctor's orders feel like a ban from the sweet pleasures of life. You sit at a family birthday party and watch everyone else enjoy cake, and deep down it stings, it feels unfair. Take my neighbor, Mrs. Thompson, for example. After retiring at 67, she was diagnosed with diabetes. Practically overnight, she cut sweets completely out of her life. She used to bake cookies with her grandchildren, but now she just watches. Recently, though, she heard someone say, if older people cut out all sugar, it might shorten their life. That left her puzzled. Was she doing the wrong thing by being so strict? Should seniors avoid sugar entirely? Or is there a healthier way to enjoy it? That's exactly what I want to unpack with you today. We'll look at, does the body truly need sugar? Or is it always harmful? What kinds of sugar are good sugars versus bad sugars? How much is too much? And is avoiding sweets completely really the best thing for older adults? Why the body can't live without sugar? The short answer is, no, we can't cut sugar out completely. Sugar, in the form of glucose, is one of the 6 essential nutrients the body needs. And our brain is especially hungry for it. Here's something you might not realize. Though the brain only makes up about 2% of your body weight, it consumes about 20% of your energy supply. And nearly all of that energy comes from glucose. Unlike your liver, which can store extra sugar, your brain has no storage closet. It relies on a steady flow of glucose from your blood every minute of every day. If that supply drops suddenly, trouble begins, much like when your smartphone loses Wi-Fi and the apps stop working. But here's the catch. The brain doesn't like roller coasters. Blood sugar that spikes too high or crashes too low is dangerous. For example, when someone eats refined carbs like white bread or a big bowl of plain white rice, blood sugar shoots up quickly. The body, in a hurry to correct it, releases insulin. But sometimes insulin overshoots and sugar levels crash. That's when people feel dizzy, shaky, anxious, or in severe cases, may even faint. For people with diabetes, avoiding sugar entirely can make this even riskier, because without glucose, the brain may starve. Over the long term, consistent low sugar supply can damage delicate brain cells, leading to concentration problems, irritability, or even higher risks of dementia. When does the brain run low on sugar? It's not just about food. Everyday life can drain the brain of sugar. Mental strain, worrying too much, replaying stressful thoughts, or solving complex problems uses up energy faster. Stress. When the body is in fight or flight mode, it burns through sugar supplies. New challenges. Ever tried learning a new smartphone app at 75? Your brain works overtime and glucose demand skyrockets. Poor diet, eating the wrong type of carbs, fast-burning sugars that spike and crash, leaves the brain hungry. So the question becomes, what kind of sugar should we be feeding the brain, and how do we do it wisely? Choosing the right kind of sugar. Experts suggest focusing on slow-release sugars, foods that the body digests gradually, releasing glucose in a steady stream. Examples include whole grain bread, not white bread, oats, barley and buckwheat, soybeans, and other legumes. Fruits with natural fructose, like apples and pears. These foods help blood sugar rise gently, like strolling along a sidewalk instead of riding a roller coaster. Compare that with refined foods, table sugar, pastries made with white flour, and sweetened soda. These cause sharp spikes and equally sharp crashes, which damage brain cells and strain the pancreas. 2 good sugars worth knowing. Sugar is a family with many members. Some deserve caution, but others can actually help your health. 1. Polysaccharides, the steady helpers. These are long chains of sugar molecules, starches, and fibers, for example. Mushrooms, oats, beans, and vegetables contain them. Why are they good? They release energy slowly, avoiding spikes. They support digestion. Fiber, a type of polysaccharide, helps regulate bowel movements and prevent constipation. They may lower blood pressure, improve immunity, and even protect against aging thanks to antioxidant effects. So when you eat a bowl of oatmeal with berries in the morning, you're giving your body more than just breakfast. You're feeding it a natural health ally. 2. Oligosaccharides, the gut-friendly sugars. These are smaller sugar chains, like those found in bananas, onions, garlic, and rye. They're not absorbed much in the small intestine, so they travel to the colon where good bacteria feast on them. This encourages healthy gut flora, which in turn produces short-chain fatty acids that improve digestion and reduce inflammation. That's why oligosaccharides are often called prebiotics. The World Health Organization recommends adults aim for 20 to 40 grams a day, which you can get by simply adding bananas to your breakfast, onions and garlic to dinner, whole grain bread or oatmeal in place of white bread. But, as with all things, moderation is key. Too much can cause bloating or diarrhea. The hidden dangers. Bad sugars. Not all sugars are equal. Here are 2 big traps. Liquid sugars. Think sodas, sweet teas, energy drinks, bottled smoothies, and even fruit juice. Liquids are absorbed so quickly they send blood sugar soaring faster than solid food. And they don't fill you up. A single 16-ounce soda can have more than 50 grams of sugar. That's already above the recommended daily limit. Fruit juice is no better. 1 glass of apple juice may contain the sugar of 3 or 4 apples, without the fiber. It's healthier to just eat the apple. Hidden sugars in processed foods. Many packaged foods taste savory, but are loaded with sugar. Frozen dinners, salad dressings, ketchup, barbecue sauce, healthy granola bars, and breakfast cereals. 1 tablespoon of ketchup can contain more than 20% sugar. Always check the ingredient label. If sugar or corn syrup is listed in the first 3 ingredients, it's best to put it back on the shelf. 5 common myths about sugar. Before we finish, let's clear up a few misunderstandings. Myth: all sugar is bad. Truth: our bodies need sugar for energy. The key is choosing whole grains, fruits, and legumes instead of refined sugar. Myth: sugar-free foods are harmless. Truth: many sugar-free cookies or cakes use refined flour that turns into glucose anyway. Some even add extra fat for flavor, which adds calories. Myth: diabetics can eat fruit. Truth: fruits like apples, pears, and strawberries have low glycemic indexes and are rich in vitamins and fiber. The trick is portion control. Myth: cutting sugar alone leads to weight loss. Truth: weight management is about overall calorie balance. You can cut sugar but still gain weight if you eat too much fat or processed food. Myth: seniors must avoid sweets completely. Truth: older adults actually need steady glucose for brain health. A little whole grain muffin or fresh fruit can provide both joy and nutrition. Final thoughts. So, should seniors give up sugar completely? Absolutely not. The answer lies in balance and smart choices. Don't treat sugar as the enemy, but don't give it free rein either. Choose whole grains, fresh fruits, beans, and vegetables. Watch out for hidden sugars in drinks and processed foods. And most importantly, enjoy sweets in moderation, not as guilt, but as part of living well. Because at the end of the day, life should be both healthy and sweet.